When I went full time, I expected freedom. And the reality is that I realized something, yeah, very crucial in trading now full time for a whole year. And that is, I didn't expect that it needs so much discipline, not destroying yourself in the process, because there's nobody looking after you. It's you versus you. I think that is by now clear for you. But you realize that much more if you took the leap, getting full time, and you have that pressure of performance. And I realized it's not really about, you know, calling the right moves, calling the bottoms, calling the tops in the market. It is really about your routine, your environment, your weekly reviews, and your discipline. That is what makes real money, and not, you know, the perfect strategy. I mean, the technicals are important, but I think what makes or breaks somebody in the trading space is you, your psychology, your emotional control, how mature you become trading in these markets. Because the markets is a simple mirror. It would just show you who you are. And in the beginning, it is hard to face that, because we all think we are the exception and we are yeah, the outlier. We are not like the other people, and we believe that we are much greater than other guys in the industry. We don't have the same problems, but just because our brain is evolutionary, an evolution not um, made for trading, we almost always happen to have the same issues. I think that, through trading, you seek excitement, you want to have that, action going on in your life with trading. And it leads not to excitement most of the time. It leads to frustration, hardship, overthinking. Your days depends on your performance, and it's really hard, man, to manage all of it. You put a lot of pressure on it, and every trade is more pressure on pressure. Every purchase account is another pressure on your life, right? It's so hard to deal with that business and then deal with your normal life, which has problems in itself, has relationship to care about, has, you have to care about yourself, you have to care about other things, other areas, which also demand a lot of brain power and energy. And nobody, understands that, yeah, trading is boring. It should come or become boring, you know. It is not a fancy profession, right? We're just looking at candlesticks. We need to understand this. But the boring stuff makes money. It is marking the charts, right? It is reviewing the week, journaling your thoughts, your emotions after every trading day, after every trade. Understand yourself better. That is priority number one. Your forward test, yeah. In the beginning, that is the best. I think it's even better than back testing, because you're actually exposing yourself directly to the market, where you see it happen right now live, and it will, show you how to handle it, how to manage it. It is one good part to be a good analyst, but another skill to be the trader who is flawless in the execution. um, Most of the time I had that issue, that I was quite good at analyzing the charts. I was quite good at seeing where the draw is on a higher time frame, and then I would mostly mess up in the execution. maybe zoomed in too much, trying to really be on that 1 minute and try to scalp my way to a higher time frame target and try 5 times to figure out when it's gonna happen, not considering time or anything, just looking at price. And you should know that first time, then price. The moves will not happen if time is not right. And I think most people also don't understand this. They just go upon levels, price levels. But the most important thing is time. If not time is aligned with the trade, then it will not nothing will happen. It will just maybe consolidate, goes to your stop multiple times and then runs. So you need to understand this. And I think most traders just skip this part. They don't really focus on the boring stuff. They want excitement, as I said before. Excitement, you know, it's very important that you're balanced in your life, that you have things going on, right? You have hobbies, you have an exciting life outside trading, because if you look for the excitement in trading, then it will lead into destruction. Yeah, you will always look for dopamine hits and trades who are not there just to be feeling to be in a trade, right? Just to be occupied and busy, right? That is not helpful, right? Trading is really 95% waiting and staring at candles and then having a handful of good decisions in a week that makes you profitable. Maybe a handful of decisions in a month even. I don't know if most people will agree with me, but man, if you look at the people, man, who are doing this for decades, um, and who are like really putting money on the line, right? Who are really having a big bankroll. I don't believe they're gonna scalp 15 times a day, wearing themselves out mentally with all the decisions they have to make and putting so much risk on the line. And also, you've seen it maybe yourself. You know how much fucking commission you pay on all the scalping. I started off as a scalper. I move a little bit back now to a little bit higher time frame, mid time frame trades, just because I've seen my accuracy higher, and I'm just more precise with the draw. As I said, I'm good at analyzing trades and knowing where um, the higher time frame draw is, but most of the time we mess up because we want it to happen now, right? We are taking so many shots and you're ending up in a time frame of a couple minutes or hours, like with so many stop losses, that you now are in that chase of recovering it because you're so certain about the direction. You don't want to let it go without you. And sometimes it happens that it goes without you and you've been stopped out multiple times, have incurred already unnecessary losses, than having maybe a bit of a higher, wider stop. Um, or you wait for the right timings. You have the data when the time is when it should move. And if it shows you the signatures in the chart, then perfect, take the trade. But yeah, man, I've seen myself also always when I'm very isolated in trading. That is another really important point because we know trading is very lonely. It's not, you sit with a bunch of people around you and you discuss what's the market doing. I have never done this before really because everybody has a different view on the chart and they could interfere with your initial idea, and it's basically we're not sharing profits anyway, so why getting interfered with each other's ideas and then maybe don't even know what to do next. Second guess yourself, so all this stuff. So that's why I don't believe in large groups. But if you're too isolated, then that is another downfall what I experienced, that I would try to be busy in the market, or look for a good feeling in the market, just to cope with, hey, being lonely, being alone in the chart, um, doing something productive, right? It is not easy. I get you guys. I've been there, and we seek for dopamine in the market, and it becomes an addiction, and we just want to be in the chart all times. But you need to create good habits in that way, that if you're emotional about your trades and your outcomes, the only way which will help you regulate that are strict rules, and then your discipline will show you how you can implement all of this. Yeah. um, because look at this: you're hitting a trade, you have a loss. Maybe a second trade comes in, you have also a loss. Now you're so emotional about your situation that you can't really think. Your fight or flight mode is on. You can't think logically. Your emotions come too much. You're handling or taking action, everything afterwards, only by emotions. The only thing which could separate you are already pre-written rules, that you have one trade max a day. If you are doing that consistently, then your habits will already lead you to, okay, I'm stepping away. I'm not um, I'm not pushing harder here, because I know I will most likely lose and maybe blow up. So the habits are so important. If you're not having that, and you have that freedom in trading, knowing, okay, I have still, money in my account, I can take another trade. Should I take it? Probably not, but you have that freedom, and nobody's looking upon you. Nobody, you're alone in your bedroom, or house or whatever, and you could take that trade, and nobody is holding you back from it. It's only your rules and yourself sticking to it that holds you back, and probably gives you that lifetime in trading. And yeah, for me, man, when I started that whole full-time trading, it was challenging me all the time. The urges came back from old bad habits, that you know doing something in the market right now, even though there was nothing in it. Trading times I would never trade. Um, Chasing back losses, or trying to make profits because of certain targets, or my perception of making money, because that is my only income right now. Um, all of this stuff, man, in this last 12 months doing that, and I'm just reflecting for myself and projecting a great year for 2026, that I learned a lot. I learned a lot from 12 months full-time trading. I trade for 5 years, but the hard part is doing it full time, in my opinion. If you have more income streams, like in a job when I used to trade, having my monthly income coming in from a 9 to 5, completely different trading. But the full time trading will mold you if you continuously learn on your mistakes into a great trader. I think in the last 12 months I've become a way more disciplined trader, just by having that pressure on me. And I could prove myself this year. I'm almost at 200k payouts verified with the biggest prop firms in the industry. And I'm projecting a really great year for 2026, because I learned a lot this year. And I'm continuously sharing this with you guys, because it's possible. I'm not somebody who woke up with a silver spoon. Nobody you know, I have no advantage against you. That's what I'm saying. I'm a normal guy. I'm disciplined, and I brought my attitude into the markets and to learn this stuff. I reflect, I learn from my mistakes, and that keeps me growing. And I just have a no quit mentality. It's challenging. I know it's challenging. It's hard, guys. I know it's fucking hard, this game, but you can all make it. You can all make it. I'm not somebody special here. I'm a normal guy who's disciplined and is committed to make this work. And if you are seeking for that, there is a way. I needed a mentor. Yes, I needed people around me to help me with it, but that's not something bad, right? In the beginning, I might have said, I want to do this my own, I want to do this, I want to prove myself, I want to be self-made. It's not bad to take other people's help. It's even better, yeah, putting your ego aside and taking on people who have more experience than you and surround yourself with. That's what all successful people done. I've studied now successful people for, I don't know, 7, 8 years since I'm a teenager, and they all have a mentor, not just in trading, in all businesses, all in general entrepreneurs have all mentors, and that is necessary, man, to grow, to learn from other people who have better experiences, and surround yourself with them. See their habits, how they're thinking, how they're acting. That's very important. So therefore, if you're serious about 2026, making it this year where you quit your 9 to 5, make 10, 20K a month, you're serious about yourself, committing to it, I'm sure I can help you. And down there in the link in the YouTube description, there's a link for you to apply for my mentorship. I hop on with you on a call and see if I can help you. And that's what I want to provide for you. Being a mentor who can guide you to from A to B, and helping you doing something what I've done currently. In 5 years, after failing, quitting my 9 to 5, moving out of Europe, being in Thailand, living in a beautiful villa. And yeah, man, it's great to have that freedom. It came with a certain price, for sure. A lot of energy, a lot of money, a lot of emotions, a lot of sweat. It's not easy, but yeah. If you want to talk to me, go down the link in the description. And I'm seeing you soon, man. Hope to see you inside. Good luck and good trading. See ya.